So I feel like that's why people right now are like talking to more people, because if you only talk to one person and this person is not like exactly like what you needed, you're gonna take forever to find your partner.
Yeah.
So like if you are just chatting with people, like what is the better, like if you're talking to people, for sure like sex is another level of things, but like just talking to people to get to know them, and then you're like, okay, this guy is really nice, let's go on a date with him, and then you see if it works.
I think Brian thinks like they're talking to different dudes, sending nudes to like every single one of them. But like realistically, in my shoes, the way I view it, the reason I'm able to view it that way, you know, is because I have been in that spot where I was talking to like several girls, but like not in a certain way to like date them, you know. But once, you know, one specific girl, let's say I was interested in them, obviously I wouldn't stop talking to the other people until like that was it became a serious relationship. So it has to be that point where it's like, okay, this is serious. And then from that point on, that's when you should cut someone off. I shouldn't automatically cut every girl off from talking to me because this one girl like.
Well, so there's degrees to it, right? So if you're just talking, like there's no sex.
Yeah. Well, once
there's degrees to it. Whereas,
Think about it.
whereas, like, let's say she's hooking up with like two other dudes, but kind of like she's not sure, and then there's like other guys that are like circling into the carousel, the picture. I mean,
I know some girls like that. They have a roster.
it's honestly really not that hard to take a bit of time, just be talking to one person at a time. It's not, I don't think it's that hard.
So short story, like when I met, there was this guy that I was dating that we met on Tinder. We were in different cities. And then we started talking 2 months before he was like going to the city that we were going to meet. And then by 1 week, like talking to him on Tinder, I was so in love with him that I didn't talk to anyone else, even though we only met in person after 2 weeks.
And that's how it should be, but realistically, a lot of girls will continue to talk to other dudes.
Yes,
which is
because
like,
I was like emotionally connected with him. So like if like here you invited like random like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girls, like one has this story. Like why for you is so tough to like believe that there are girls there that can do that for you, you know?
There are girls that will only talk to you, even, well, it's rare, even from the get-go, from the very beginning, they're only talking to you. That's super rare, super rare. We live in a day and age where there's situationships, there's hookups, there's friends with benefits. Most of the time, someone has someone in the picture already.
Yeah.
in the Western
That
world.
is
A lot of
rare.
girls are like really never truly single. There's some guy in the picture.
But like if that's all you need, it's rare, because like that's how love is, right? Like it's so, if love was easy, if it was easy to find your soulmate, you would find like everybody will be together with someone. But like love is hard. So if that's what you need from a girl, and like it's gonna be rare and it's gonna be special when you find it, and that's gonna be your person, you know.
Yeah, don't you want to fight for it? Like fight for love?
No,
I don't really want to fight. I don't want to fight.
No one
does
wants to
not
fight.
chase, for sure.
It's just like
I don't think anyone
rare.
should
It's
chase
rare
like
to
that.
find what you
But-
want and what you need.
But okay, this all stemmed from me kind of like tweaking about opening a car door for a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the point I'm trying to make is I don't, first off, guys who do the nice things, men are realizing that when we do the right thing, when we're nice, when we buy you flowers, when we open the car door, when we're gentlemen, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't. A guy can do all the right things, all the nice things, and then women don't reward that sort of behavior. If a guy bought you flowers on the first date, that guy, like, you're not, girls are gonna be like, this guy's a fucking clown.
Okay, you
like,
are generalizing, right?
Yeah,
Because
you're
like the
generalizing.
girl that does what you want, they are rare. So like if you ever treat all girls in this bar, like this low bar level that you were saying, like I'm not gonna buy her flowers because she's never gonna like reward me for that, then you are never gonna find the rare girl because
that
she's
was
like,
what
okay,
I'm
he
talking
doesn't give me
Why
flowers.
does it need
so
to be a reward? Like,
I
why are
you
you
know.
giving already
Yeah.
thinking about the expectation? You give because that's
Also
your
that.
person and that's your personality.
I know plenty of girls that go back to their girlfriends. They're like, oh my god, yeah, like he brought me flowers, like he opened my door, like she was excited about it, about that one guy that
Bro,
opened
stop
her door.
simping.
I'm
Come
not
on,
even.
dude.
I'm not
Stop
even a
simping
simp.
for
I'm
them.
not even a simp, guys.
I'm not saying you're a
just
simp,
saying.
but you're simping for them. Come on.
I am not. I've been
I don't think he
debating with
is.
them the whole podcast.
No,
So I will-
Tristan's a
It's
king.
just-
I don't think he is. You're a king.
I don't even want to take the whole king. Like I don't want to use that phrase.
Okay,
It's fine. Thank
so
you. but-
so you've heard girls say, "Oh, he got me flowers on the first date."
Yeah.
Did they fuck?
What do you mean? Did they? fuck?
Did they fuck?
No.
Yeah. So they're gonna curve the guy. They're gonna make that guy wait, and then the guy who's a dickhead, who's an asshole, who's a jerk, who's a
And
bad
who's
boy.
straight up and just straight to the point. He gets in
gets-
their pants faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
So guys
Yeah.
are starting to see this, and we're starting to say, "Hold on, we're doing the right things," and then
the dickheads over here get
and
in
they're
there.
the
get in their
jerks,
pants
the
free,
assholes,
yeah.
the bad boys. They're the ones getting laid.
And
They're
that's
the ones,
how we
and
end
we're
up with
waking
a culture.
up.
Yeah, but that's how we end up with a culture where every guy's just a dick. You know, like
yeah.
it's like all right.
I love a good boy.
Like I've been through that same scenario, but like I just had to like honestly I'm not gonna let them change my morals because some other dude that was a
Yeah.
dickhead
Yeah.
like
Okay.
got in there. I was like fuck her, like I'll literally find someone
Exactly.
way better.
Exactly.
And there for sure is girls that literally, if you, I'm not even being a simp. I'm literally gonna get so much hate from this chat because I know the audience that I'm speaking to
not.
right now. You're gonna hear take the red pill, bro.
Why? Let me ask you a question. Why is there a trope of women being attracted to bad boys? It's not an invention.
You could be a gentleman and I feel like not a dickhead, but like be a nice, I guess, bad boy if you want to say, you know.
Okay, so I'll kind of put a bow on this. So, and I'll get the super chats in a sec here, guys. So I guess the reason why I don't want to pay for a girl's meal, I don't want to open the door for her, I don't want to do all these things. Why are you looking at me like that? What's up?
No, I'm just like saying the list of everything you
Guys
wanna
aren't
do
entitled to
while
pay
you
for the
want
meal,
a girl
though.
to simp for you.
Yeah,
So
I don't get that.
Guys aren't entitled to pay for the meal. I agree with that. Unless you do take her out on the date, then maybe like if you're asking her to take her on a date, that's the only argument that I would say.
When she's my girlfriend, then I'll pay for a trip to like that's fine. I'll pay, but
you gotta
first
make an
date?
impression.
Fuck no.
You gotta make an impression. You gotta be different than all the other like
Pay-
dickhead guys.
Yo, paying for the first date, it's nah.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm saying you gotta make an impression, like opening the door. I'm not saying bring her flowers on the first date. I'm not even saying that, but like, I wouldn't. I don't think I've ever done that on the first date. Bring flowers. What's
Brazilian girls hate me right now.
I'm getting hated on by the chat, bro.
But
Taking heat.
Here's an example I've often given to sort of illustrate my point for why I'm hesitant to want to do some of the gentleman type things, opening the car door, like doing all these gestures, paying for the date, all this stuff. I still adhere to my traditional gender roles in the sense of I'm going to take initiative. I'm going to lead. I'm going to set up the date. I'm going to plan the date. I'm going to be the one, making the steps to make that happen, doing the follow-up, etc. But when it comes to the actual date, getting on the date, as far as paying for the date goes, here's my issue. I don't want to pay for a girl's meal and then she gives me an ass out at the end of the date. Oh, it was really nice. It was a nice date. Gives me an ass out hug, a side hug or whatever. We went to a dinner, whatever. She gets a to-go bag. She takes the to-go bag to the guy's house who she's sleeping with.
Did you see them do this?
that
Hold on.
sucks.
She takes the to-go bag to the guy's house who she's sleeping with, who, by the way, never took her out on the first date. And it was always just, what are you doing? Come over. Because he's exceptionally attractive or whatever. She has some interest in him. She gives him the food that you paid for, and then she fucks him.
Okay,
Holy
there was
shit, Brian,
one
that is
girl-
so
must
sad.
hurt.
That is so
Yeah.
sad.
That
That
was bad.
happens to
That happened to you?
dudes.
Oh.
No, because I'm a G and I don't pay for girls' meals.
Oh my god.
Is this like a story that they made up in their head, or did this happen?
That's an
Yeah.
extreme example.
Oh, that sucks.
That's
Oh,
an
that's an
that's an extreme
example.
example.
Yeah, that's really.
I
Are
can see
all
that
girls
happening.
The extreme,
But
though?
They're definitely.
How many
bad
girls-
Okay, but
out
then you're
there
just
that
out with the
do.
wrong girl.
But not
Yeah,
everybody.
Brian, that
Yeah,
seems
true.
like
You
a
just-
lack
Most of
of
them.
judgment.
Talk
That
to
doesn't
them
really seem like
before.
that's- If they're gonna do that, then they're gonna do that. If you take them out, then that's your choice to take them
Yeah.
out. Is it
It's
not?
more, you can tell when somebody will be taking advantage of you.
Look,
Yeah.
like the way
Yeah.
I
In
see
a
it,
way,
the way I see it, a lot
yeah.
of guys, I'm not even trying to get at you, Ryan, but a lot of guys will put up a shield, to not be hurt, not be taken advantage of like that, because a lot of guys
Yeah.
don't get that ROI. Like someone was saying in the comments, the
Wait,
return of
what's a
investment.
ROI?
Return
Return
on
of investment. So like you're treating this woman right, you're opening your door right, you're doing everything right, and then it doesn't fucking matter because the guy doing half the shit you are is getting further than you,
Mhm.
And that's why like
That's
a lot
not
of
your
guys put that
fault.
shield up, and then they're just like, you know what, I'm not gonna try anymore. I'm just gonna do what they're doing,
Yeah.
and then hopefully that works. But the thing is, what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, which might make me a simp or whatever, I will not change my character because of that girl. Literally, I'll just be like, okay, screw her. That like,
Yeah.
go
Exactly.
like you're literally
That's good.
not even worth my time,
Yeah,
And then-
that's what I mean. Like
guys
the
who do this,
guys,
there's nothing wrong with them. It's like the people they go after. Like there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy, and there's nothing wrong with dating how you want to date.
No,
It's
and
just
I've
date
been
the right
I've been through
person.
that phase where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be the dick. I'm gonna be like, and I trust me, I've been through that phase where I just did not give a shit, and I was just like, why? What am I doing? Like,
because it's exactly like what we were saying. Like those guys who are getting a lot of girls and doing low effort. Like what kind of girls are those who
Yeah.
accept
Exactly.
that kind of behavior?
exactly. It's like who you're attracting.
There are some very unassuming women who are sleeping with other men while they're dating
What
you.
does unassuming me?
Like you wouldn't expect it. Like it's not always what.
I'm talking for Maddie.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
Madison, say something. And I'll hold.
Sorry, what was the question?
I forgot.
I forgot to.
God damn, did
I
really
forgot
just
to.
kill that.
That was
I'm
a good
sorry.
one.
God damn it, Tristan.
Trying to make Maddie talk.
We were trying to
Oh,
make
we were
that.
saying that like the guys who does low effort get like
Oh,
more
that topic,
girls, but
yeah.
those girls are also like girls who accept this kind of behavior.
Yeah.
So
Like the type. Those
How many
girls
girls
are,
act like
Yeah.
that? Do
Yeah.
you know of?
How many girls act like what?
Oh, you said something
That
What you're
about
like,
describing,
like
that
the
whole like fantasy you described. Like how many girls actually do that?
His viewpoint, most.
Most?
No.
Do
No, no, no,
most
no, no,
girls
no.
do that?
No, I wouldn't. I would say that specific example where she brings the doggy
It's
bag
extreme.
is, well, it's not extreme, but it's rare. But I mean, what might be less extreme is you go out on a date with a girl, you pay for everything, but she has a guy that she's hooking up with. She might not bring the food that you paid for to him so he can eat the food that you paid for, but women are sleeping with multiple men and going on dates.
What about men that are
Yeah.
paying, expecting already that the girl has to sleep with them on the first date?
Yeah.
Women can object to that just as equally as I object to it.
Fair.
In fact,
Well, if
Women
you're mad
can-
if you can say that, then why are you mad?
yeah.
What do you mean?
If you can say that women can
But-
object
but-
to that, because
but-
why would a woman want to sleep with someone where they know that the relationship is transactional? Like, why
It's
would
not-
you want to sleep with someone if they're like buying you dinner for the sake of sleeping with
No,
you?
no, 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 no. Hold on. That's not what I'm saying. It's
I
not
mean-
about paying for the dinner and, oh, I paid for your dinner, I'm owed sex. That's not it. There's no expectation of paying for the dinner, I deserve sex. It's I am adhering to my traditional gender role. I am paying for you. I am using resources, and you're sleeping with somebody else. To me, it's just like, it's a disrespect thing.
After the first date, though, I mean, I personally wouldn't.
I don't think any.
Brian, if you think that the majority of people are like sleeping with people, then how could you expect that someone is like celibate? And then how could you get mad at them if you expect for most people to be celibate or most people to be sleeping with people?
I feel
I'm
like
not-
If you think
I'm
everyone
not
is sleeping
mad.
with everyone, then why would you expect that?
I'm not mad. I accept reality. But because I'm aware of the reality, I'm saying that I'm not going to put myself in a position where I feel like I'm getting played. So if I pay for a girl and she's hooking up with another guy, I feel like I'm kind of getting played.
I feel like you are seeing women as an object. Like, let's
Yeah,
use
Brian.
analogies.
How-
like you
how?
are paying for an Uber expecting that you are buying a car. Like you are going on the first date, you're not buying the girl. Like you cannot say, okay, we are going on this first date. You
No,
cannot,
that's
like,
not what he
That's
means.
not
He
what
means
I'm
like he's
saying.
investing into like the time. He's paying for the meal, so he's expecting you to like I don't know.
To be a traditional woman.
Yeah, to be a traditional woman,
Well, Brian,
only be
if you're
talking
not
to you.
being a traditional man, then why would you expect women to be traditional?
No, that's what he's saying.
That-
he
that-
wouldn't
I
be a
mean,
traditional
yeah,
man
that's
because
what
he
he's
doesn't
saying.
expect women to be traditional.
But you
Yeah.
want a traditional woman, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, then maybe.
oh yeah,
But
maybe
you're not
if you
gonna go market
start
yourself as a traditional man.
Traditional in the sense that
She's not fucking
she's
around
not
with
fucking
other guys.
other guys. It's crazy to me that
That
it's,
is
it's a big
traditional.
ask. It's a big ask to like be trying to pursue someone and not want someone you're pursuing who could potentially be your future girlfriend, who could potentially be your future wife, who could be the future mother of your children. It's not crazy to be like, yeah, when we met, she was fucking 3 other guys. Sorry if that's a shocking standard or boundary or preference for a guy to have. But I don't know.
But why do you need to know? Like
Yeah.
I
You wouldn't
prefer
even know.
not to know
Yeah.
about like
Ignorance is bliss. Is
yeah,
that,
I prefer not to
I
know.
like
I
that
don't
too.
go
I like that saying.
I don't go out on first dates and I'm like, hey, how many people are you fucking around right now? Like,
Well, the first date, I feel like the first date is the introduction to that person. You're getting to know like what they are. I don't feel like that's why I don't think the first date should be even. The check should be split. Should
But,
be
like,
split because you were getting to know
it
each
could
other.
be-
You don't
yeah.
even really know. After that, then from that like introduction date right there, that's where you can like, all right, you don't have like if we're gonna keep going forward, you know, like you shouldn't be fucking around with other guys.
it could be.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
But like by that first date, I don't think the girl should
Expecting-
automatically like be
yeah,
like, oh, I'm-
expecting from the first moment that I'm the one. It's like, I think you really have to go through that introduction phase, and then obviously.
I
no
feel by
fucking
the second
others.
date, that's when like shit
Yeah.
should like be settled. Like I don't think you should be talking really to any other guys in a bad way. But I don't know what you think. You want it by the first date, huh? She shouldn't be talking to anyone.
Yeah.
Which is clearly possible. She literally was talking to a guy and she was so invested to it that she was like, oh, I'm not talking to anyone else. So it's possible. It's not very common, but especially here in California. Not at all. You're like in the worst place for that.
I mean, but like I was like completely in love, and then like I could have gone through your road, your like path, and say, oh, he must be fucking everyone, so I'm gonna fuck everyone too. But like you know, like
That's
I
what
didn't
faith
need
is
it.
about.
I was so in love with him that I was like, okay, I don't need like anyone else because I really believe in this. So you know, like you shouldn't read girls from your like past experiences or you
Yeah.
can find, because then you're never gonna find this rare girl that you were like trying to, or if you find her, you're gonna mistreat her or like not treat
Mistreat her.
No,
Well,
like I'm saying, like you're not gonna give her flowers.
Oh, but
because
that's not
you're
even mistreating. I don't
biased
feel
and-
like that.
Yeah, sorry, I used the wrong.
You know
Yeah.
what? Here's the thing. I actually think that the girl who isn't, first off, and it's not, I don't think it's necessarily a given that a girl who is more traditional in the sense that she's only dates one person at a time. She's not talking to a whole bunch of dudes. She's not getting ran through, doesn't have a high body count, whatever. It's not necessarily a given that she expects those more traditional gender roles. It could be the case, but how do I?
You all right?
You guys are breaking me. You're wearing me down here. You're wearing me down.
You
I'm-
have 4 million subscribers. Like girls, if you are not hooking up with anyone, like hit Brian on DMs, please, because
Women don't DM guys.